what happened that one married couple was jailed. I read the news. It was the headline and it was in news. I inquired what happened. They said husband and wife both were very busy. They were burdensome. I said, why burdensome? They said it is the life is very competitive. Every day technology is changing. If a person is working in a software company, the person has to be equipped how the softwares are changing the technology. If the new software comes in the market, one has to be equipped with the software. Otherwise, he will be thrown out of the company. So to retain their job, they have to be very competitive with the new technology. So in such condition, to have a baby, mother is always forced to take leave for 4 months, 5 months. 5 महीने में तो कोई नई टेक्नोलॉजी आ जाएगी और वो मदर तो दोबारा जॉब नहीं मिलेगी in such condition. So what happened? They don't have even they have very competitive life. So there was a young couple, they had a baby. What happened? It is a reality. What happened? Every day husband used to drop their baby in the crèche first. Then he used to drop his wife in her office. Then he rushed to his own office. Every day in the morning that was the schedule. And in the evening the same schedule was repeated. One day his wife said, I am in little hurry. I have to do some extra project work. You drop me first in my office, then you drop the baby in the crèche. उसने उस दिन शेड्यूल चेंज कर दिया. So what happened? उसके माइंड में तो वही था, शेड्यूल जाना है ऐसे 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 जाना. वाइफ को ड्रॉप कर दिया और भूल गया कि पीछे बेबी भी बंधा हुआ है और वो उस पे वहाँ तो बांध के बिठाते हैं, वहाँ के बच्चे रोते भी नहीं हैं. इंडियन बेबी, इंडिया का कोई बच्चे इंडिया में पैदा हो और एयरक्राफ्ट में एक बेबी है तो सबको पता चलेगा देयर इज ए बेबी, और वो सबको रोएगा और सब तक ऐसे रोएगा, सबको इमोशनल कर देगा. यूरोपियंस तो बच्चा रोता है तो वो रोने लग जाते हैं साथ में, और इंडियन बच्चा नहीं रोए तो पता ही नहीं चलता, नहीं तो फिर वो बीमार है, इसका मतलब गड़बड़ है. सो दिस इज वहाँ के बच्चे को वो बांध देते हैं. दे पुट द प्रॉपर टाई देम अप इन द सीट बेल्ट एंड सीट बेल्ट इज पैक्ड, पूरी सीट ही पैक हो जाती है. सो इन सच कंडीशन वो बेबी को था और उसको वाइफ को छोड़ा. रियलाइज हो टाइम हो गया, वो अपने ऑफिस में सीधा गया, कार डाली, खड़ी की पार्किंग में. पार्किंग वाज ओपन. द टेम्परेचर वाज वेरी लो, बट सनशाइन पड़ती रहेगी, कार में तो हीट हो जाती है. उसे याद ही नहीं था कि बच्चा अभी क्रैच में नहीं छोड़ा है. और डेली पहले बच्चे को छोड़ते थे, देन दे यूज्ड टू ड्रॉप हिज वाइफ, देन गो टू ऑफिस. वाइफ को ड्रॉप करके बच्चा उसी में ऑफिस चला गया, पार्किंग में खड़ी की, ऑफिस चला गया. देन इन द लंच ही रियलाइज्ड, इट वाज स्ट्राइक, अरे मैंने बेबी को तो छोड़ा ही नहीं. देन ही रश टू द पार्किंग, find the baby was completely dehydrated. He was fainted. He was brought to hospital and he could not survive. Case was lodged against both husband and wife. Husband was jailed for 5 years and mother was jailed for 3 years. Both were held responsible for this blunder in their life. How they could forget their babies. And they put for 3 months, both of them were given training how to take care of the baby. 3 महीने की जेल के बाद उनको 3 महीने की ट्रेनिंग हुई. It was the court order. They will take training for 3 months. After completing the jail, then how to rear a baby. In such condition, when the mental burden is there, they don't have even time to think about their children, how they can have the baby. ऐसे में कैसे? So the birth rate is very low, very low. Young married couple, they said हमें अपना life जीना है. We have to live our life. We don't want to disturb our comfort. If a baby is there, we cannot move easily. We cannot freely go anywhere So we need all the time we have to take care of the baby. So in such condition they have very. But in India, शादी हुई and एक साल के बाद बच्चा नहीं हुआ तो पड़ोसी बात करने लग जाएंगे. There is problem. I have a doctor. मैं आपको बताती हूँ. And then suggestions will come. अरे एक साल हो गया कोई बच्चा नहीं है. No baby, कुछ problem है. So ladies started talking about it. Because Indian society is so compact, we are so linked, maybe emotionally, maybe socially, हमें अपने घर का पता हो या ना हो, हमें पड़ोस का जरूर पता रहता है. So this is the Indian society. All the ladies used to talk, and जब भी वो बात करेंगे, बेबी नहीं है, 1 साल हो गए, 2 साल हो गए, अरे 2 साल हो गए उनके पास बच्चा नहीं है. तो हाँ, yes it is. Then बिना मांगे वो मेडिकल एडवाइस देने लग जाते हैं. Do this, go to this temple, take this, that. So all the time डॉक्टर का ही बताने लग जाते हैं. This is the doctor. हमारा ऐसे हुआ था, उसने ऐसे किया. So in India it's a customary that after the marriage within 2 years there should be a baby. But in European, in developed countries, because we have a joint family system, हम न्यूक्लियर होके भी ज्वाइंट में ही रहते हैं. Because we are concerned with the greater family also. But European family में शादी के 2 साल में बच्चा हो गया तो सब कहेंगे they are mad. कहीं गड़बड़ है, दोनों को कुछ भी अक्ल नहीं है. How to live the life का comfort, सारी जिंदगी अपने बच्चे को ऐसे उठा के रखेंगे. He is declared they give the. So as I said, they have complete carpet ban on abortion in most of the European countries. तो क्या करते हैं, इंडिया में आ जाते हैं. इंडिया इज द बेस्ट डेस्टिनेशन फॉर ऑल द यूरोपियन कंट्रीज फॉर मेडिकल टूरिज्म. इंडिया में आओ, अबॉर्शन कराओ, सस्ता भी हो जाएगा, कोई लीगल ऑप्शन भी प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं है. तो देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. अगर इंग्लैंड में है, फ्रांस में अबॉर्शन कराया तो गवर्नमेंट जेल में डाल देगी कि आपने यू हैव नॉट अबॉर्टेड ए चाइल्ड, यू हैव किल्ड ए सिटीजन ऑफ फ्रांस. वी नीड दिस सिटीजन. So they want more children. They have different policy. We want less children. So because our resources are limited. So here it is the mental setup, not only the occupation, the mechanization, the education, the awareness. Even after investing millions of rupees on public awareness, people never decreased. But now in 2011, our population growth rate declined from 24, approximately 25 to 17. So it is almost 8% decline from 71. So rapidly it is declining, and this decline is more in urban areas and less in rural areas. And it is lesser in rural areas where intensive subsistence food grain farming is there, particularly in eastern India where irrigation is there. We have food grain farming is there in Punjab also. We have food grain farming in Ganga Delta region also, in West Bengal, in Bihar and Assam and Odisha also we have the food grain. But in Punjab, whatever the food grain they produce for commercial purpose. 90% of the food grain goes to the national and international market. But in eastern India, whatever food grain they produce, they consume themselves. So it is the nature of agriculture, whether it is commercial agriculture or the intensive subsistence agriculture. If it is subsistence, there will be high population growth rate, there will be high population density, there will be high population fertility rate. But where the commercial farming is there, so commercial means farmland is treated like industry. More the machines, lesser the human investment. Because in intensive, labor intensive, lesser mechanization, everything is performed by man. You know, sapling in eastern India, rice is cultivated. In rice, everything is done manually. Preparation of the nursery for the saplings, taking away the saplings, segregating according to the quality of sapling, and saplings are planting the saplings in the field, irrigating them, removing the weeds manually. So everything is done manually and harvesting manually. But in Punjab, they are also raising rice, but it is everything by machines. They don't prepare sapling. They put the seed, they do seedling. सीधा seed ही जमीन में डालते हैं मशीन से. They irrigate with tube wells and they harvest with machines, nothing manual. So in Punjab, they have bigger farmers are getting bigger, you know, because they are using machines. Small farmer cannot. Small farmers 2 बीघा जमीन है 4 बीघा. He used to think कि इसको दे दो, इसको हम कहीं और चले जाते हैं दूसरा काम कर. Because in 2 बीघा 5 बीघा land that is not substantial. वहाँ ट्रैक्टर को हम ट्यूबवेल नहीं लगा सकता. And he cannot afford a tractor, he cannot afford machines. So in such condition, bigger farmers and bigger farmers are richer one. They are more educated, more the education selective towards gender, so they are gender selective. So in Punjab, wherever the green revolution was there, all the farmers started treating agricultural field as a industry to earn more and more profit. They are educated. So they are the selective in gender also. Sex selective. बेटा ही होना चाहिए. Because खेत में काम कौन करेगा? बेटा. और बेटा, because they are educated, high income, so they have the fertility is very low. 2 ही बच्चे होने चाहिए और दोनों बेटे होने चाहिए ताकि मशीन से खेत पे काम करें. To earn more and more benefit. So the sex ratio in green revolution area has decreased, and while the sex ratio in intensive subsistence area in Bihar and Bengal, and they have very high sex ratio. In Punjab, and where competition is there, who will earn more money? बेटा. खेत में काम कौन करेगा? बेटा. और कितने बच्चे चाहिए? 2. उससे ज़्यादा भी नहीं चाहिए और दोनों बेटे चाहिए. So they become more selective. So the sex ratio deteriorated. So this is basically the human perception varies from region to region. So this is the one. Apart from this, I hope it is clear how with the time, but here from 24.8 to 24.66, 23, 21 rapidly, and we are projecting in 2021 it will be almost 12, somewhere here, approximately 12. What was the 12? 12 was in 1931-41. So again, growth rate is going up and coming down. So it has gone up and it is getting down. So it means we are heading towards the last phase of the transition. So we are heading in the post-transition phase. So we are very close to the post-transition phase because we have brought down the death rate convincingly very low. It is the lowest figure possible. इससे और लो करेंगे तो 5 पे आएगा. But here birth rate is still very high. Need to bring it down. So we have to bring it down. It will, if it will get down, it will 17. It will be from 17 to 14. We are projecting. So the Indian population is, but we have some regional patterns. In some of the areas, still even today, population growth rate is very high. Some of the areas, our population growth rate is very low. So I wanted to give you one very simple, what is the growth rate here? National average. Okay, just write few states where average population growth rate according currently in 2001 to 2011 census growth rate, decadal growth rate, more than 20%. 20% से भी ज़्यादा है कुछ स्टेट में अभी. So just write down the list. Arunachal Pradesh. Just quickly. Arunachal Pradesh is the state with 25.9% growth rate. Bihar 25.07%. Chhattisgarh 22.5. CG Chhattisgarh 22.5. Then Jammu and Kashmir 23.7. Then Jharkhand 22.3. Madhya Pradesh MP 20.3. Meghalaya 27.8. Mizoram 22.7. Rajasthan 21.4. and UP 20.09. You must be knowing Bimaru state. Bimaru means Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. All this is basically the food grain growing states. And another is, if the list I have given, either they are the Bimaru state or the state of Northeast or the Himalayan states. Himalayan states, they have the remoteness, they have the inaccessibility, they have the tribal population. So they entered in the mid of the transition now. When in India we had the 24% population, 24.8% growth rate in 1971. 1971 when the population growth rate was 24%. उस टाइम इनका ग्रोथ रेट कम था. They had the lower growth rate because they were before the transition period. They were in pre-transition. Now they are in the transition. All the northeastern state, whether it is Meghalaya or it is Mizoram or Manipur or Arunachal Pradesh, the tribal population, or these Bimaru states. The northeastern state have not the problem because their population size is very small. Problem is the bigger states with large base. UP, almost 16% of the total population of the country, 20 crore. More than 20 crore people used to live. If their population growth rate is 20%, UP का growth rate 20% है, और यही 20% आगे रहा तो 16 करोड़ 20 करोड़ से कितने हो जाएंगे? 4 करोड़ और जोड़िए. So it's 25 करोड़. Such a big figure. यूरोप की, अमेरिका की भी पॉपुलेशन नहीं है इतनी, अकेले यूपी. So if their population size is such a like UP, Bimaru state, large the population and higher the population growth rate, it is very dangerous. If the small population like Mizoram, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, because their population is very low, negligible, उनका ज़्यादा growth rate भी is not influencing much addition. इनका तो 10% भी बहुत खतरनाक है, उनका 70% भी नुकसान नहीं देता. So ज़्यादा खतरनाक नहीं है population growth rate. So this is the one statistics. And another is, I also want to give a parallel list of the state of the same census when decadal growth rate is less than 15%. What is the national average? 17. They are below the national average, less than 15%. इसका मतलब उन states में क्या है? What they have done? So the difference is agriculture, mechanized agriculture or subsistence agriculture, non-mechanized agriculture. remoteness, inaccessibility, education, infrastructure development, all aspects we may consider. But you just write down states with less than 15% population growth rate during the last census. It was Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh done a great job in the field of family planning and the family welfare. Now we have changed the name of the Ministry of Family Planning into Family Welfare. Earlier it was family planning, now it is family welfare. So Andhra Pradesh 11.1%, Goa 8.1%, Kerala 4.8%, and one Himalayan state, Himachal Pradesh, it is 12.8%. So Himachal Pradesh, again I said this is the Himalayan states because it is having very high literacy rate. In social welfare, some of these states have done a marvelous job. But development is the one where development takes place in every sphere of life. Like in Kerala, immediately after independence, Kerala state government made huge investment on social welfare, on education, on medical facilities, on electrification, on road connectivity. So, urban infrastructure upgradation, everywhere Kerala did a great job. So, education, they are the highest literacy rate. Health, they are perfect, very high average life expectancy. वहाँ तो ग्रे पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया. पेंशनर्स आर आउटनंबर्ड द एम्प्लॉयड पीपल. पेंशनर की संख्या ज़्यादा है और जॉब में गवर्नमेंट के, केरला स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पास एक्स चक्कर में जितना खर्चा एक पेंशनर को देते हैं वो उतना सैलरीड को नहीं देते, पेंशन में ही सारा चला जाता है. सो दे हैव मोर ग्रे पॉपुलेशन. बूढ़े लोग they are facing another economic problem because of the high average life expectancy. So Kerala have education, health, road, electricity, connectivity, everything is very good. Say, but not the employment. So everything is there in Kerala, but not the employment. They could not generate the employment for the educated youths, healthy youths. So they are going to Dubai, they are going to Singapore. The largest number of people in Dubai or in Middle East, Oman, Muscat, Doha, Qatar, everywhere you will find all Keralites in health sector. Even in Delhi, if you go to any of the hospital, 90% of the nursing staff, the female literacy rate, and in the medical facility, paramedical facilities, they are providing everywhere they are, because they don't find employment in Kerala. This was the weakness. Some of the state like Punjab, immediately after independence, they did great job for infrastructure upgradation in the field of agriculture. Each and every field is connected by a metalled channels for irrigating, canal irrigation. Each and every field is connected by the tails and the feeder canals. Each and every field is connected by the tube wells with the electrified tube wells. Each and every village is connected with the metalled road, leveled topography. So everything is done in field of agriculture, but not in social welfare. Education rate is not very high in Punjab even after everything. Literacy has not increased. The quality of education has not increased. They are doing good job in the field of agriculture. See some of these states like Bihar, when it was combined with Jharkhand, they have invested huge amount for protecting the flood, overcome the menace of flood. This is the natural disaster. To overcome these adversaries of this disaster, every year they used to construct dam, next year dam is washed out. So what happened? There is no balanced development. So harmonious development is the one harmonious development which provide employment to every sector of the society. Only developing agriculture is not substantial. Only developing Kerala social health sector, social sector, education sector is not substantial. Only protecting the people from flood is not substantial. So what happened? Out migration from Kerala, maximum out migration. Maximum out migration from Bihar. If a place people are leaving their native place, it means that area will not develop. The people who are supposed to develop the area, they are out. They will develop somewhere else. The people of Bihar, they are doing better agriculture in Punjab than Bihar. So they are developing the economy of Punjab, not the Bihar. So Bihar, people are out migrating. Say Punjab, they are outgoing. People are sparing. All the big farmers, their families, they are going out. They are all the time, if you go to the embassy of New Zealand or Australia or England or America, outside the embassy, all the time you will find the queue of the people from Punjab. They are asking, they are withdrawing, they are going out. Because only Punjab did development only and only in the field of agriculture, not in industry, not in tech-to-tech activities, not in other tertiary activities. Only and only one sectoral development is not substantial always. So it requires harmonious development. So these are the states like Andhra Pradesh less than 15%, Himachal Pradesh, then Odisha 13.9, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. These are the two big states. They registered tremendous change if you compare the 2001 census. Odisha is 13.9, then Sikkim, again another Himalayan state, 12.3%, Tripura, another northeastern state, 14.7%, and the third important state is West Bengal, because they have reached on the culmination. Their population density is very high. The region cannot tolerate population more than this. So carrying capacity is saturated. So even the urban, so West Bengal is 13.9%. So these states, three big states, here you can see three big states, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal. Eastern coastal states, they registered tremendous decline in the field of the population growth rate, because the population has already saturated, resources are limited and they themselves decline, and state governments has invested a lot for the to control the family population growth. So this is one of the regional, you can clearly segregate states where the mechanization is there and where the mechanization is not there, where the social investment, government policies are there, where the government policies are missing. So some of the states, rural areas, intensive subsistence agriculture, remoteness, inaccessibility, population policies, these are the factors which determine the population growth. So it's interesting topic. I'll continue, and let me stop it here only. I'll continue in the next